Hello, from the Plush here, back in another video. Today we're going over the Five Nights at Freddy's weighted Freddy Plush review. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so since this is a different type of plushie I'm reviewing, this is more like a long plush. Alright, since this is more of a long plush, I'll be taking this a little bit more differently. We're going to go to details, quality, how heavy it is, and we'll just go from there, and I'll do comparisons at the end with other Youtooz counterparts. And without further ado, now let's get into it. Alright, before we start off this video, I'm going to save this right here. Shout out to Youtooz, he'll be linked in the description below. Me and him did a trade, and I traded my one of my second Fnaf free posters to him back in 2024, 2025. To help him get his like Fnaf free collection complete, because they only ship to like the US for some reason instead of just UK, US, and Canada. Overall, like, go check out Youtooz. He's a very nice guy. I'd recommend checking him out. Really nice channel, really awesome channel, really good content if you ask me, honestly. But yeah, okay, that's it for the mini shout out. Let's just move on to the real video now. Alright, to start off with Freddy's hat here, as you can see here, it's a crusty material. It doesn't feel that well on the finger. It's not as bad as this Fnaf Security Breach one, but it's very, very close to that material. The eyebrows are embroidered. The ears have double layers of brown. One being a lighterish brown, one being a dark brown around the ear, and that's fully embroidered with some fabric in the middle. Then going to Freddy's eyes, as you can see here, you have a blue Youtooz eye with some black fabric material around that. You have embroidering on for a circle. His freckles are embroidered on both sides. His nose is made of a hard plastic material with a felt overlay. He has his little smirk on the top of his face, no, on his mouth, and that is in a lighter tan color. Alright, now the paws. These paws do have beads in them, but you have two embroidered on fingers on each side, so you have like 3 fingers on each side because it's an animatronic. Now going to the body, as you can see here, he is very thick, really big, honestly. He has a little bear tail on the back that has no beads in it. His body definitely has beads in it, but it's more on the lower half. We'll see the lower half later. Then for the back of the plush, as you can see here, you do have two legs here, and these are mostly filled in with beans, like halfway filled through with beans, and you have plush in between those to fill it in. Here is the body of a plush. As you can see here, you have a black bow tie made out of that same crusty material. You do have a lighter tan for inside the belly, and that's embroidered on with a golden pattern. Here is the front of weighted Freddy's tag. As you can see here, you have a rainbow silhouette of Freddy Fazbear. Top hat and eyes are just hollowed out in white. This says, "Thanks for collecting me, Fnaf weighted Freddy," with the designers and all the legal jargon. And on the back it says Five Nights at Freddy's with all the legal information and design in Canada. Alright, now, addressing quality on this plush, it's alright. I will say it's alright. I mean, like, it could be worse. That's all I'm gonna say. It could be worse. But, like, for what it is, I think it can hold up at least for a year or two without breaking if you put it in containers too much. Alright, as I was saying, you can put this in a container for, like, a year or two. Make sure it has, like, its own space, because this thing is really heavy. It weighs at least probably, like, 3 to 5 pounds. He is very heavy. You do have beans practically everywhere. You have it on his lower half mainly, with his lower half of his paws on both sides and his belly. But yeah, the quality of this plush, I would say it's probably, I don't know what I'd call it exactly. Maybe a 6 out of 10? Yeah, 6 out of 10. Overall, the actual plush itself, it's a very soft plush. I would probably give it probably an 8 out of 10. But overall, like, the plushie itself could use some work, especially with top heavy, especially because how many times I complained about this being like too hard of a material. or too crusty, whatever, especially for a $35 to $40 product. I don't think they should be using these carnival materials, honestly, especially on the top hat and bow tie, because those are like pretty iconic parts of Freddy. I know that Hex uses it, as you can see here in the back. Hex uses it, but like that's more stylized to be more, you know, Coraline like. But yeah, overall, I would say this plush is probably like a 6 out of 10 in general. It's just a rehash of Freddy Fazbear. I'd say getting the 9-inch plushie that's from Wave 2 of the plush line, or FNAF Movie Wave 1. The main plushies from FNAF Movie 1 when it released in 2023. Not the actual movie plushies, the ones before that, or if it went with the haunted wave where they were sitting down. But yeah, overall though, I would give this plush overall, in total, probably a 7 out of 10 in general. I mean, it's an adorable plush, but like at the same time, it is very, very, very... I got hair on here, I just vacuumed too. It is very, 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 heavy, and it looks nice. Don't get me wrong, it looks nice, but like some of the materials are just gonna pop open over time. Like, if you go back here, I think you can see Fred's already coming loose. It's hard to tell, but there's already like small gaps in here, and I think Fred's are starting to come loose. Yeah, Fred's are starting to come loose because how thick this thing is. My best suggestion is just to buy Roxy if you really want one of these. I doubt they're going to make any more besides Freddy and Roxy, because like Roxy's a fan favorite, Freddy's the main character. But yeah, I would probably recommend Roxy. I mean, if Lolbit's one, I definitely recommend Lolbit, honestly, because like he looks very, very nice, and I do recommend getting that plush if you're able to get it. It's only like $35-$40. For that plush, I would recommend it. For this one, I would definitely recommend it as well. But a few exceptions, because there's crusty materials. But if you don't want any like printing, I'd suggest Freddy. If you don't want any crusty materials, I would suggest Roxy at the moment. And when Lolbit comes out, Lolbit. But yeah. I think that wraps it up for this review. Let's move on to comparisons. Here is weighted Freddy compared to the Pizza Freddy counterpart. Here is weighted Freddy compared to a Shoulder Rider. Here is weighted Freddy compared to a Jazzwares plushie. And yeah, that'll wrap it up for this video here for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. So I went and compared it to its actual flop Shoulder Rider counterpart. It's literally the same exact thing, just minimized. So I just decided to do some more unique counterparts, comparisons. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.